going on YouTube? So it was pretty hard for me to keep this a secret, but here it is, my 2012 Aprilia RSV4. I've only had the bike for a few weeks here, but so far I'm in love with it. It's the same year as my R1, they're both 2012s, but these bikes are so different. This is unlike any other bike I've tried. It's basically a MotoGP bike for the street. It's got factory launch control, traction control, wheelie control, quick shifter. There's so much tech on this bike, it's almost overwhelming. It'll definitely take some time to get used to, but very good value for what you get. I actually picked this bike up for less than I bought my R1 for, and it's got half the kilometers on it. So extremely good value, in my opinion. As soon as you hop on this, it literally just feels like a MotoGP bike. It's got the power of an R1, it feels like a 600, super light and agile, and it's got all the track tech to support all the power it has. It feels super smooth so far compared to my R1. So needless to say, I am pretty excited to show you guys this bike. I'm going to be comparing them head to head, my 2012 R1 and this 2012 RSV4, seeing which is faster, which is better handling, what bike sounds better, and just what bike I prefer owning more. Because after this season, I'm gonna have to make a really tough decision. Am I keeping the Aprilia or am I keeping my R1? I'm not gonna be keeping both. And I can tell it's gonna be a really hard decision because I love this bike already. So initial thoughts here. I really like that there's no signals in the side plastics. It makes it look super clean. The signals built into the mirrors are just convenient. Only downside is you wouldn't be able to delete the mirrors as easily as my R1. I bought this bike off an older gentleman, so it actually shows really well in person. It's pretty clean all around. It's more or less stock, just has some tank grips on here, and they feel really good. And it's got the stock mid pipe with the flapper valve there. With this mid pipe, you can just pop the cables off and pin the valve wide open. Keep the factory mid pipe and it'll more or less be straight piped once the cables are taken off. Pretty common mod on these Aprilias. I'm gonna be doing it pretty much immediately this week here, so that'll be a fun video. So stay tuned for videos on that. It's got the Aprc exhaust. And this might even be an Aprilia factory exhaust that you can get tuned right from the dealership. So that's a pretty cool feature. Pretty basic setup. It also has some nice levers on it. They are foldable. I don't think these are stock. So that's a nice touch as well. These Brembo brakes are massive and they feel amazing. Might be because the bike's so light, but this thing stops on a dime. Coming up to the cluster, lots of options on here. As you can see, she's only got 14,000 kilometers, pretty low, which is a good thing because a lot of people say these earlier RSV4s aren't as reliable as some of the later models, but with this lower kilometers, I don't think I have to worry too much. There's so much tech on this bike. I feel like I'm running a laptop here. So you got launch control, wheelie control, you can toggle these up and down. Top left corner there, the ATC, I think that's Aprilia traction control. So you can toggle that as well. And it has little minus buttons here and a plus button on the inside. And I think you hold those at the same time and it's supposed to activate the launch control. So I hold them. TL. So I don't actually know what TL means. If you guys are familiar with Aprilia, let me know what TL means. Everything online is saying that holding the plus and minus buttons is supposed to activate launch control, but on other videos I've watched, it'll show launch activated or be on a different screen than mine. So I don't think my launch control is active. Throw me a tip down below if you know the proper way to set up launch, or activate launch, I should say. I've been actively looking for an Aprilia almost a year now, a little over a year. My issue is none of them are black. You gotta love those Italian super bright colors. You guys know me, I'm pretty picky, it has to be black. There's lots of good deals out there on Aprilias, but not very many in black. So when I saw this one, low K, cheaper than my R1, it was in my hometown, I literally couldn't say no. I went there immediately and bought it. And so far, I have no regrets. It's not like my R1 when I bought it, brought it home, and it wouldn't start immediately after I bought it. So this is good. This bike has been an absolute pleasure to own so far. Literally one of my dream bikes. I can't believe I finally have a V4. The thing is a torque monster. And it sounds so good. But anyways guys, thanks for watching like always. Stay tuned for future videos because this thing is going to be sick. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. If you guys made it to the end of the video, here's my R1. So this is the bike I have to choose between. I absolutely love this bike. I like the way that it looks more than the Aprilia. I like the symmetry in the headlights. You don't have the oddball 3 headlight design. So for me, breaking it down, would you choose a bike over looks with good performance, or better performance, doesn't look quite as good? Drop a comment below, help me decide.